I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to our Operation Freedom Health and Wellness series that Dr. Peter Glidden and I, Peter being one of the top, if not the top, naturopathic physician in our country, if not the world, and Dave Janda, a allopathic and MD doc, an orthopedic surgeon by trade, for Pete over 34 years on the front line, Dave 32 years on the front line. We come together on a regular basis and present these videos on preventing you, our listeners, from having to get involved in the medical industrial complex system. Our goal is to keep you safe and keep you healthy and keep you well, and in particular focusing on an issue and an approach that, well, almost zero, very few things are 0% in life, but almost 0% of allopathic physicians have a knowledge base about nutrition and how the nutritional approach can keep you out of the hospital, out of big pharma's industry, minimizing your health insurance costs, and keep you healthy and well. Today we're going to focus on your gut health and a nutritional approach to your gut health. And our discussion is with Dr. Peter Glidden, as I mentioned, one of our country's and world's top naturopathic physicians. He is also a fantastic author. His two books, Everybody is Sick and I Know Why, and Attempt to Cure with Holistic Medicine, should be the foundation of your medical library at home. Those two books are of the Janda families. A couple websites for Peter. The big one is leadingbigpharmabehind.com. The discussion we have today, we have added information as well on operationfreedomhealth.com. The products we discuss are also available on operationfreedomhealth.com. And full disclosure, purchase of the products on Operation Freedom Health does support this platform so we can continue this ongoing series, which now we're in our 5th year of doing everything in our power to keep you out of the medical industrial complex system. And to make things more affordable in this day and age of Bidenville. We used to hear about Hooverville shanties, right, during the Great Depression. Well, now we got Bidenville shanties. So to keep you out of a Bidenville shanty, to help from a financial standpoint, what we're doing is we're providing a 10% discount on all of your entire purchases at operationfreedomhealth.com with the coupon code FREEDOM. It is my honor to reintroduce to you Dr. Peter Glidden. Pete, welcome back.
David, it's always a pleasure. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't ever stop.
Same right back at you, Pete. So let's go at it. Gut health. Many people believe, Pete, well, I got this really bad gut. And, no, seriously. So when I talk to my doc says, well, I don't know, take some Tums. All right? No, and what's sad is a lot of those docs think, well, that's kind of it's maybe not nutritional approach, but that's it. That's the best we can do for gut health. All right. Okay, Pete, let's set the record straight about gut health and a nutritional approach.
Well, it brings up an interesting point that I thought about when I was listening to your introduction, that I think most people in the world who are really just kind of starting to dip their toe into these waters, they hear the term medical nutrition, mm-hmm. and they think of it maybe as like a secondary or tertiary, medical strategy. But look, man, this is primary care.
Yes.
I have seen medical nutrition cure asthma. I've seen it cure fibromyalgia. I've seen it cure congestive heart failure. I've seen it cure eczema. I've seen it cure just about everything. Medical nutrition. Mm-hmm. That's the therapeutic use of vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and essential fats and dietary change. That's it. That's all that we do. Well, it's a big part of what we do. And when we do just that, that's all that we do. Mm-hmm. 83% recovery rate. An 83% recovery rate. So this is not, Reader's Digest of vitamins, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. The Farmer's Almanac vitamins. This is a completely different territory, developed and delivered, by the way, by licensed physicians who've actually had academic training and clinical experience with this for hundreds of years combined, thousands of years collectively, quite frankly. Mm-hmm. So this is a really, really big deal. And if we actually had a free medical market in this country, then the stuff that I and my colleagues are talking about and the stuff that we bring to the table, like medical nutrition, mm-hmm. it would be everywhere all the time. Because in a free medical market, people gravitate towards what works.
That's right.
And medical nutrition attempts to cure the condition. Well, there you go. It's going to be the name of my next book. Medical nutrition attempts to cure the condition. I like that.
Yeah.
Because this is the foundation philosophy that holistic medical disciplines are based upon, that the human body is intelligent. Mm-hmm. It's inhabited by a spiritual force which is intelligent. Mm-hmm. The human body knows how to fix itself, wants to fix itself. It's trying to fix itself all the freaking time, but it needs our help.
That's right.
That's what holistic doctors are trained in, is to develop and deliver therapies that support the body's built-in God-given ability to fix itself. And I'm here to tell you, man, after 35 years of clinical work doing this, that the most effective generic treatment strategy is medical nutrition, hands down, across the board. Nothing else even comes close to it, because it doesn't need to be individualized. Mm-hmm. So everybody needs to drink water. Everybody needs to breathe air. Mm-hmm. Everybody needs to put warm clothes on when you go out in sub-zero weather. Well, guess what? Everybody needs the 90 essential nutrients, which is a fundamental part of our medical nutrition. And when people get a clue, they slam these doors and kick these tires and actually take the stuff, the 83% of the time, there's a dramatic recovery. And one of the reasons that there is such a dramatic recovery is because of the intimate relationship between what's going on in the digestive tract and everything else in the freaking human body. And if you don't believe me, here's what I want you to do as a little in-house experiment for those of you in the listening audience who are on the fence. And quite frankly, I don't think anybody in your listening audience is on the fence, but nonetheless, here's what I'd like you to do as a little in-house experiment. For 3 days in a row, if you can make it that long, for 3 days in a row, every time you get hungry, I want you to eat a tablespoonful of refined sugar. That's all I want you to do. Every time you're hungry, just eat sugar until you feel full. That's all you do. Drink some water, because you're going to be super thirsty when you do that. Just eat sugar, tablespoon of refined white sugar every time you're hungry. Going to be doing 20, 30, 40 tablespoons of sugar a day, and see how that makes you feel. That's not just going to have a net negative effect on your gut, giving you indigestion and gas and bloating and constipation, probably diarrhea, probably abdominal pains, but it's going to mess up your head. It's going to mess up how you think. It's going to mess up your cognition. It's going to mess up your sleep. It's going to increase the inflammation in your bones and joints. You're going to feel like crap if you do that. Mm-hmm. Why is that? Well, it's because of what you just ate. Has a global effect on how everything in the body works. And this, by the way, is why it's called holistic medicine. Because the idea here is that everything connects. Mm-hmm. The human body is a complex system of interrelated parts. And because of the way that this system is put together, one of the fundamental keystones of this system is the digestive tract. Mm-hmm. It's fundamentally important. So what do we do in order to support and promote the health of the digestive tract, and then therefore the health of the rest of the body? Well, it's easy breezy lemon squeezy, because remember, the body knows how to do it. We don't have to micromanage anything. All we have to do is be smart about what we swallow, and the body will work it out. So there are things, microorganisms in the digestive tract called probiotics. And these are bacteria, beneficial bacteria, not harmful bacteria, beneficial bacteria that live in the gut and that through a symbiotic relationship, help the body to digest what you've just swallowed and help the body to work. It's a symbiotic relationship. We couldn't survive without these bacteria. They are necessary. But guess what happens when you take pharmaceutical over and 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 over again, and then take some more, especially if there's an anti at the beginning of it, especially if it's an antibiotic, you mess up the health of the beneficial bacteria. So if you mess up the health of the beneficial bacteria, you're going to have net negative effects globally. So what do we want to do? We want to feed the beneficial bacteria, and also we want to provide the body, this is kind of like cheating, but it doesn't matter because it works. But the beneficial bacteria excrete substances as part of their metabolic processes, which are called postbiotics. Postbiotics, which are excreted by these bacteria, are biochemicals that help the body. So what we do is we put postbiotics in a formula and we swallow it. But also we give prebiotics. We give the stuff that the beneficial bacteria in the gut need to feed on in order to survive and be strong. And then we also deliver more beneficial bacteria. So we give prebiotics, we give the actual bacteria, the probiotics, and then we give the postbiotics. This on top of the 90 essential nutrients, which everybody needs.
Which is in the foundation pack.
100%. And when we do that, things start working better.
By the way, on that experiment, folks that do have underlying blood sugar issues probably shouldn't try that experiment. And in fact, I would encourage all of our listening audience that what Pete told you would be the end result is the end result. So we'll save you a little gut ache there. But this is very important, Pete, because I don't think one of the comments we get back very often, Pete, is when people start the 4-component foundation pack, which is on operationfreedomhealth.com, and more information about that as well is there. One of the first comments I get back from folks is, you know what? I started taking the foundation pack, and one, overall I felt better. But two, my gut, I found that I wasn't having a lot of problems with my indigestion like I was before. Yeah. I found that I was having problems with constipation. I was having problems. I was getting sick more often. I mean, what many people don't realize, Pete, is the biggest component of our immune system, one of the biggest components of our immune system, is based in our gut.
Yeah. It's immune system central headquarters. It's the border between your blood and the small intestine. It's immune system central headquarters. So in order to have a healthy immune system, you have to have a healthy gut.
Yeah.
In order to have a healthy small intestine, you have to have a healthy stomach. And you have to have a healthy colon. If you don't have a healthy colon, things are going to back up into the small intestine. If you don't have a healthy stomach, food isn't going to be able to be digested appropriately to be assimilated by the small intestine, and you're going to be in trouble. Why? Because everything fits together. And this is what conventional medical doctors miss. They're trained in reductionism. So every piece of the body gets its own medicine, right? The heart gets one medicine, the bones get one medicine, the joints get another medicine, the skin gets another medicine, your brain gets another medicine, until death do we part. And this is, quite frankly, a juvenile understanding of how the body works. And, heartburn medicines, I think, are either, and this includes prescription and over-the-counter, right? It's either the number one or the number two largest selling classification of drugs in the world. Why is this? Because everybody's body is under-nutrified.
Yep.
Everybody's gut's a mess.
Yep.
Because they've never done anything to support gut health. And people get used to having a funky digestive tract.
That's right.
They think it's just normal. This has got to be life. And they look around. They go to a family function. They go to Thanksgiving dinner. They go to a wedding. They go to something. Oh, guess what? Everybody that they talk to has the same thing. So the conclusion is that, having a funky digestive tract is just part of life.
Or they go to a family reunion and they go, oh, we got a bad gene.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, everybody, well, you have it too. Oh, you have it too. Oh, we must have got the heartburn gene.
Yeah.
Which is complete nonsense, poppycock, quite frankly. It's like thinking, that the sun rises in the west. It doesn't. So my people are destroyed by lack of knowledge, and it's a problem. And the only reason that the information that we're bringing to the table right now is not mainstream is because of the medical monopoly, which actively, for over 100 years now, has been suppressing this information, actively suppressing it. The only thing that can legally treat a disease in the United States is a drug. Now I want you to think about that long and fast. And oh, by the way, who was it and why is the Food and Drug Administration the arbiter of all things medical? Why is it the FDA? Because they're not doing a good job. And, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So rather than wait for a miracle to happen and, the people in the Food and Drug Administration to snap out of it and get a clue.
Not going to happen.
Or for one of these presidents to, be whole hog, let's have a free medical market.
Not going to happen.
You have to take responsibility yourself and get a clue.
That's right.
And that's why Dave and I exist. LeaveBigPharmaBehind.com has hundreds of hours of video tutorials that'll teach you what to do from the comfort of your own home to engage your body's built-in God-given ability to fix itself. More information is available for free at OperationFreedomHealth.com.
By the way, you have your free video there on OperationFreedomHealth.com, the 12 Bad Foods.
There we
go again. Which is
another part of having a healthy gut.
Right, because it causes inflammation, the 12 bad foods, right? And if you're inflamed in your gut, well, you ain't doing a great job at absorbing anything. And guess what? Your immune system is on the attack.
Because everything's connected.
So the foundation pack, which is 4 components, right? You want to list those 4 components?
Yeah, it's called Beyond Tangy Tangerine vitamin powder. It's got prebiotics. It's got probiotics in it. It's got vitamins, minerals, amino acids. It's got a bunch of things in it. A really sophisticated medical nutrition supplement. And if every pregnant woman was on that supplement, there would be 0 birth defects, as far as I'm concerned. Number 2 is a liquid calcium and magnesium supplement. It's got some other minerals in it, but it's the most absorbable calcium supplement I've ever seen.
Which is the key.
Number 3 is a liquid plant-derived mineral, organic plant-derived mineral supplement, the only mineral supplement on planet Earth right now that affords you 100% of your body's essential mineral needs. It's the only one. It's a remarkable product. If there was only one product I was able to recommend by law, it would be that one, because that one bottle gives you 66% of your body's nutrient needs. And that's a remarkable thing. And the last thing is a fish oil supplement that contains omega-3 and omega-6 essential fats. And you put all these together, and it's a home run, man. And then if you want to up the ante with your gut health, there's a product called Ultimate Microbiome, which contains more prebiotics, more probiotics, more postbiotics, plus some really interesting mushroom extracts that have been proven to increase longevity. Proven to increase longevity and upregulate the immune system and a whole bunch of other things. So this is, and every time I start thinking about this or talking about this out loud, because, I know all this stuff, but it's in the background, not in the foreground.
Right.
It pisses me off, quite frankly.
I know the feeling.
that this isn't mainstream.
No, it's an incredible disservice to humanity across the board.
There's no better way to put it, David.
It really, and that's not an overstatement. And you know, we have a very educated listening audience, right? And I just want to touch on this at the very end here of our video. You know, Pete, we were talking on selenium last time, and we specifically spoke about the fact that you might be thinking you're getting all these nutrients, right? Whatever the nutrients might be, including selenium, through eating healthy, through eating organic, through eating the right foods that supposedly contain these things. But because these minerals, these nutrients are not in the soil, they're not getting into the plant. So somebody wrote on one of the comments, well, I eat 2 Brazil nuts a day and I get all my selenium that way. And my response was, no, you don't.
You don't.
No, you don't. And unfortunately, you know, some folks take offense to that. But it's the truth. You might think you're doing the right thing, but it has been proven that times have changed over many decades' time, and these nutrients that supposedly are in these foods are not.
I have a map in one of the videos that I did. It was done by a guy from Harvard. It's a map of the United States, topsoil. Yeah, it's color-coded. And it has every place in the United States, every county, where there's selenium has been found in the topsoil. And it's not like you look at the United States and the whole map is red, where the selenium is. It's like a patchwork quilt. Oh, there's a little selenium here, there's a little selenium here, there's a little selenium here. 10 miles away, there's none. So it's a fallacy to think that you can get the minerals that you need just by eating food, because the plant cannot make the mineral.
No, it has to come from the soil.
I mean, if a plant could make a mineral,
yeah,
gold would be worthless, because we could bioengineer lettuce to make gold.
Right.
Right? So the only way that the mineral, specifically a mineral, which is 66% of your body's nutrient needs, gets into the food is if it's in the soil. It's not in the soil, number one. And number two, when Monsanto comes along and sprays glyphosate on the plant,
it's done.
It prohibits what minerals are in the soil from being absorbed into the plant, and that was done on purpose.
And then another person said, well, what's so magic about these minerals that you have? Well, how do you know where? Well, Pete, you've spoken about this before, but give us the Reader's Digest version. These come from a specific deposit, shale deposit. I believe it's in Utah, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm a gold prospector, I'm going to go to where the gold is.
Right.
I mean, I can't just throw a shovel down in my backyard and hope that I'm going to dig gold up.
Right.
It's not how it works.
No.
Gold is a mineral. So there are places on the planet where we have discovered gold. There are places
nutritional
on the
gold.
planet
Nutritional gold, yeah.
Where we have discovered nutritive minerals.
Right. Nutritional gold.
They're not everywhere.
No.
But they're here. And that's where we get them from, because we're the smartest people on the freaking planet. And you should listen to what we say. Somebody has to be number one, folks. Somebody has to get the gold to complete the metaphor. And we've been doing this collectively, Dave and I, for over 70 years. You should pay attention to what we have to say, because it's science-based, it's clinically verified. And it doesn't matter that you understand it. All that you need here is a little bit of trust. That's all that you need, is a little bit of trust, because I'm telling you, this program sells itself. You just got to give it a try.
And as you said,
I don't know what's holding you back. If you're giving this stuff a try, I don't know what the problem is.
And Pete, you alluded to this before. There were 10,000 folks that have been studied on this, right? 10,000.
Yeah. 8,300 of them recovered their health just with this program. 8,300. You know what the pharmaceutical industry would give for numbers like that?
They can't even make it up that high.
So all you need to do is trust us, support the program, purchase the supplements, and see for yourself how you feel, because the proof of the pudding in this case really is in the eating.
OperationFreedomHealth.com. Again, if you use the coupon code FREEDOM, 10% off on your entire order. There is extra information on a number of all these issues and more, OperationFreedomHealth.com. And for the in-depth information, Dr. Glidden's site, LeaveBigPharmaBehind.com. Those two sites alone gives you your health care freedom.
Change the world, baby. Knowledge is power.
It is. Pete, I'd like to thank you for everything you have done, are doing, and will do. I thank you folks for joining us today. We hope that you'll utilize this information and then network it to all those you know and love. Because the more people that become educated, the more people that become empowered. And the more people that become empowered on this information, the more people that become healthy. Healthy. As opposed to being sick and having to use the medical industrial complex.
And by the way, if anybody in the listening audience knows Bobby Kennedy, tell him to call me, because I'm pretty sure I know what to do to fix his voice. And I am not kidding.
No, you're not. Thank you, folks, for joining us. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail. Thanks for your time today.